Stay fresh. Music.
Yo, so how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So as I'm sure you guys are aware, last week I showed you guys an epic method that would allow you guys to spawn in modified Dubster 2s in gold and chrome, which a bunch of you guys really seem to enjoy. Not only because the car is extremely rare, you cannot buy it off any website and it's extremely hard to spawn it in, but it's also the highest selling street vehicle in GTA 5 online. You guys will not find any vehicle on the street that will sell more than a Dubster 2, so I will leave a link to that video down low in the description. However, seeing as you guys really seem to enjoy that video, I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys how to spawn in the second highest street vehicle, as this method is a lot more easier and you do have a much better success rate. So I will leave a link to the Dubster 2 method down low in the description. Be sure to go and check that out if you haven't seen it already. But a great thing this method has over the Dubster 2 method is this is 100% solo. If you guys have seen a Dubster 2 method, the first part does require another player, whereas the method today can be done 100% solo, and it can also be done in a public lobby or an invite only lobby. So like I said, all of you guys can come on straight away and do this method instantly. So as always, if you guys do enjoy this video and you're doing to see me cover more epic money and RP making guides in the future, all I ask is you show support by dropping a like down below, and also do feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so just like the Dubster 2 method last week, you guys will literally be able to spawn in as many of these cars as you want. So whether you guys own 2 garages, 5 garages, or a 20 car office garage, you guys can fill up all of these at the same time, so you guys can just do what suits you guys best and you haven't got to follow any set rule. Now another great thing about this method that is worth mentioning, you guys don't have to own any specific vehicle to actually get this to spawn in like the Dubster 2 method. If you guys haven't seen that video, you guys did need to own a Dubster before spawning it in, which could be quite tedious, whereas you guys can use any car in the game to spawn in these modified Sentinel XSs, whether that be a sports car, supercar, SUV, or just some random car that you kitted up off the street. And I will also prove this in the video. Plus I will also be proving that this does work after the latest Independence DLC. You guys will see I'm able to spawn in this car using the new Wagner sports car, which only came out last week. First thing you guys want to do is be in a free roam session. This could be a public session, invite only session, or a crew session. It doesn't make a difference. Now once you guys are in a free roam session, you want to wait until the in-game time turns till 9 PM or 2100 hours. Now if you guys aren't aware how to check the time in your game, you can press start and it's usually in the top right, or you can just pull up your in-game phone and it will have it right at the top of your phone. However, once it reaches 9 PM in the game, you want to make your way to this point and you basically want to run this route that you can see me tracing. So if you guys start on this corner that you can see me starting on now, you want to drive towards the Eclipse Towers, pass one street, take an immediate left, and take another left, past that street that we just passed again, then take another left, getting back to the corner where we originally started. So it's somewhat of like a mini rectangle. So as you guys can see on screen right now, I'm running the rectangle that I just showed you guys, passing the Epsilon Tower, which is a pretty well-known spot, so look out for that. You just want to drive up this road and then take another left, going towards the Tequila Lala bar. I can't even say that name to save my life, but this bar that you can see right underneath the billboard, you guys I'm pretty sure would know this bar. You want to take a look in the lane driving away from the Eclipse Towers, and then you guys should notice that I will spawn in a modded Sentinel XS. From here you just want to park in front of it, jump out, jump in the Sentinel, and literally take it over to any of your owned garages within the game. Now this is another great thing about this method. If you guys own an apartment at the Eclipse Towers, Del Piero, any of the still apartments, is literally less than a mile drive from the spawn location, so it's very quick. You can just simply go back and keep on getting them, try and stock up as much as you can. However, if the route I just showed you guys isn't spawning them in, then try and drive in the opposite direction of that route I just showed you guys. And as you guys can see now, I'm using a naked June buggy, so the car really doesn't make a difference. And as you guys can see, a Sentinel XS spawns in yet again. All I have to do is throw the person out and simply go ahead and park it in my garage. Now this time someone came over to attack me because I was a CEO, and I'm glad they did, so I can show you guys what to do. Now say if you guys are a CEO or a VIP, and as you guys can see, some random persons came behind me, started shooting at my car. I started to panic because I'm right next to my thing. So what you want to do is quickly pull up your interaction menu, retire your CEO, and quickly enable passive mode. Now because guys will blow up your car and they can kill you, and they'll probably rob it and just go ahead and sell it for themselves. So as you guys can see, this guy tried it with me and he was very nearly successful at doing so. I'm not gonna lie, this is a big thing because you guys do have to remember the Eclipse Tower is the most owned property within GTA 5. There is always people hanging around this area, so if I was you guys, I would take no risks. Just go on passive mode for a little while until you're stocked up enough that you're happy with. Now I know some of you guys may be thinking, wait, hold on, you said you're going to spawn it in with some of the new DLC cars, and you see me spawn it in with the Naked June buggy in the Turismo. Now the reason why I thought I'd show you that quickly is just in case some of you guys can't even afford the new DLC cars yet. I just want to show you can use your old cars to spawn this in. However, as you guys can see on screen right now, I'm using the Bestia GTS, which is based off the new Ferrari, and as you guys can see, bang, it still spawned in the new Sentinel XS. And like I said, if you guys do want to help out some of your friends or some of your crew members, you can get them in the car as well and get them a version of the car. It's not going to stop them from spawning it in. One little tip I will give you, if you are playing with friends, try and tell them not to hang around in that Tequila Lala bar area. You don't want to have a certain car just parked up on that road, because that will prevent it from spawning in. That's the whole reason we run that little route, is so it gives it time to spawn in. As you guys probably know, GTA use somewhat of like a class duplication system, where if you're driving a muscle car around, you may notice a load more muscle cars are driving around. That's just the way GTA 5 has been for as long as I can remember, way back on last gen PS2 days. What was it, GTA 3? I can't even remember. However, as I mentioned earlier, you can spawn in a yellow version of this car as well, so I thought I'd show you guys gameplay of this very quickly. And as you guys can see, in my personal opinion, I don't know if you guys agree, but I think this car looks pretty sick. They both come with a very rare and unique looking color that you can't apply from LS Customs. They have a pearlescent over it as well as tinted windows, and a bunch of the features on the car are actually modified already. So you may have noticed like the rims, the exhaust, the bodywork, they are kitted out. So once you guys have got a few of these cars and you've sold them, like I said, you can always keep 2 for yourselves just to show off to your friends. They are pretty nice looking cars, just like the modified Sand King XLs that I showed you guys a few months ago. They also came in blue and yellow. Now if you guys aren't familiar, I believe this is somewhat of like a mini Easter egg, as Rockstar Games 2 logos, Rockstar Games and Rockstar Games North, are always blue and yellow. They're somewhat of like their little trademark colors. But I was just going to show you guys also, in case your garages do fill up, you can take this car over to any of your own garages and you're able to store it as many times as you like. Now I do like to work off averages, and I like to think that the majority of you guys own at least one 10-car garage. And just in case you guys don't know, this is one of the highest selling cars in the game. Rockstar Games haven't lowered the sale price. It still does sell for 17.5k. So like I said, if you own at least one 10-car garage, it should take you about 10 to 15 minutes to fill that up, and that garage will now be worth $175,000, which is extremely good for such an easy and straightforward method. Now I do want to show this to you just quickly of me selling the car in LS Customs. As you guys can see, $17,500. Now the yellow version, it does spawn in a lot less, and you will get like 1,000 less for the yellow version. So if you do have the option to go for either the purple or the yellow, like I said, if you're going to do it for friend, always go for the purple version. By the way, the free modded sanking method is still working, so I will leave a link down below in the description if you guys also want to go and check out that video, or for any reason you have any trouble with this method. If you do have any trouble whatsoever, just leave a comment down below and I'll try my best to get back to you guys as soon as I can. And also, as you guys can see right here, I'm using the brand new Wagner supercar, which is the latest car to come out in GTA 5 Online, just to prove to you guys that this method is 100% still working after all of the latest hotfixes and updates. And as you guys can see, I'm running the exact same route that I ran in all of my other cars, and bang, a free modified Sentinel XS spawns in as easy as that. So there we go guys, an awesome money making method that all of you guys can do straight away. Whether you're rank 50 or rank 200, all you guys need is a garage, and then you guys can continually be selling these vehicles throughout the entire week, mixing them in with other methods that you guys might be grinding out. And if you guys are looking for some other working money making methods, I will leave a link to some more methods down low in the description. Be sure to go and check those out if you haven't seen them already. However, as I mentioned in the intro, I know some of you guys may use GTA 5 money glitches. Me personally, I stay away from all GTA 5 money glitches, as I think they kind of ruin the game. That's just my personal opinion. However, it's completely up to you however you want to play the game. I hate those guys that try and dictate to other people on how they should play the game. Like I said, it doesn't affect me whatever you guys go ahead and do. However, if this can prevent you from getting banned, then hopefully I've helped you out in some way, shape or form. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, Rockstar always update a few things to do with their banning system. Now, one of the biggest things that have been updated is to stop stop people selling duplicated cars that have got high value. That's one of the quickest ways people have been making illegitimate money on GTA 5 since the release years ago, and it hasn't stopped then. Rockstar have clamped down heavily on money glitches. That's why you guys may have noticed that do money glitches, you end up wasting hours of your day trying a glitch that doesn't work. That's probably because Rockstar got on it way before you and patched it up. However, one of the things I want to warn you about in this video, if you guys are duplicating cars, is to very much slow down, because I have been getting a lot of you guys asking me why you can't now sell cars over $50,000, and that is just basically a new prevention tool that Rockstar have enabled to stop guys who they believe are selling and duplicating the supercars, as obviously the supercars sell for the most in GTA 5, so they know the people that are going to be duplicating cars are more than likely going to be using their supercars to duplicate them. Now, if you guys are getting this message but you're a clean player, you don't use any money glitches, and you might be thinking, what the hell, I'm about to get banned, don't worry. Like I said, this is just a prevention tool. That might be because you guys have just cleared out one of your garages that might have had like a Zentorno, a T20, an Adder, and another Zentorno, because obviously Rockstar are working off your transactions and the money made in the time period that you've started it. So if you do get that message and you don't use any money glitches, don't panic or whatsoever. Just give it a few days. I believe 48 hours is the minimum, and you will be able to sell your cars then for full price. So don't panic. Like I said, that's just a prevention tool, and it is a good thing that Rockstar are taking these things serious, because guys like myself who do grind out legitimately, it does decrease the value of our money made and all the hard work that we put in, because I do have a feeling the GTA 5 characters we use are going to be able to transfer over onto GTA 6 when that is released in the future. So I really don't want to lose all of my rank, all of my cars and shit. But nonetheless, hopefully you guys do appreciate me just giving you guys a little bit of a heads up in case you do use money glitches. That's going to do it from me, guys. As always, do be sure to show support by dropping a like down below, and do feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.